Hello, my loves. Welcome to a new Pick a Card reading. Today, we're going to be going in deep on how do they really feel about you. So this can be your twin flame, soulmate, beloved, specific person. How do they deeply and really think and feel about you? What action do they wish to take next? We'll also be looking at that. And stay with me till the end because we will also be getting Spirit's guidance for you for this reading today. So if you're new to this channel, welcome. I am Dr. V. It is so wonderful to have you here. I wanted to give a big virtual hug to all of the new subscribers as well as to everyone who's already part of this beautiful family. You are all so precious to me. You know how much I deeply appreciate you and how much I love working with all of you who are my private clients as well. It is such a joy to be here. Thank you so much. So today I have 3 groups for you as always. You can pick from group 1, 2, 3, or you can pick them all and take the messages that resonate for you. You can also choose by the card itself, by each of the crystals that I'll show you, as well as zodiac signs, because we will also be assigning zodiac signs to each group as well. And some people like to choose their zodiac sign as well as their person's zodiac sign and combine those readings. So this is a general reading. Be gentle with yourself. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But if you're at that place where you really want to get specific guidance on you and your person and what's going on in that journey, then I highly recommend you do the live reading experience with me. I'm one of the few people who offers this because I just love connecting with you on video call. It's very transformational, it's very healing, and you'd be really surprised as to how much knowledge comes through from Spirit to you because they can answer your questions right there in real time. We can also video record that so you have it always, and as you watch it a few more times, you will really be surprised at how much more you'll learn. If that doesn't resonate, I also do pre-recorded video readings as well. If you go to livetarot.com/readings, you can see my entire menu right there. For those of you who love to pull oracle cards at home, I've created a love and a business, money, and career deck. So the Twin Flame Oracle is the one I use in every reading. Divine Feminine Entrepreneur is for those of you who have or would like to start a spiritual business. These are available with free shipping, as well as on great sale, $20 at livetarot.com, as well as Amazon FBA. So all of the links are in the box below. Okay, so let's take a deep breath and let's see which of these we feel most guided towards. For group number 1, we have this image and this crystal right here. For group number 2, we have this image and this crystal right here. And for group number 3, we have this image and this crystal right here. Okay, let's go ahead and assign zodiac signs to each group. So for group number 1, we have Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aries. For group number 2, we have Cancer, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo. And for group number 3, we have Libra, Aquarius, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. So go ahead and make your choice and we'll get started with group number 1. That chose this image, this crystal, as well as Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aries. Let's see. How do they really feel about you? We are going to start with oracle cards. And then we will do your tarot. Then we'll also be looking at what action do they wish to take towards you next. And at the end, we will be getting Spirit's guidance for you. Okay, let's see. How do they really feel about you, Group 1? Rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take breaks. Poverty. Surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Spark. All right. So I feel very clearly that this person and you may be on some sort of a break right now. And it's coming from a sense of defeat, okay? Like, I feel like this person is somebody who you have tremendous chemistry with. There's all kinds of sparks that fly between you and this person, and I'm sure that's been the case from the beginning. There's something very special here. I got this energy from Spirit when I saw this person playing the violin, that literally when this person saw you, when they met you for the first time, it's almost like they heard the violins playing, you know, like the romance, like that, you know, like going into a portal of another dimension, you know, when you realize that you're very attracted to somebody, when you realize that you're very interested in them, you want to know who they are, or you might be falling in love with them. As that happened, this person literally felt the violins playing, you know, as in like they knew that there was something very, very different about you. There were lots of sparks, lots of chemistry. This person felt very magnetically drawn to you, whether they said that to you or not. Because I wouldn't be surprised though, with given this poverty energy here, that this may be the kind of person who, even though they're very, very drawn to you, they almost have a sense of self-sabotage, because they almost feel like they're not worthy of that kind of level of pull, if that makes sense. This person definitely comes from a lack mentality, and I'm sure it has a lot to do with the way they were raised. They may have had a tough childhood. They may have felt abandoned, neglected in their childhood. They may have had not much money, but this poverty doesn't even have to be just in terms of money. It could even be emotional poverty, right? Where they felt that their needs were not emotionally met by their caregivers when they were young. So for that reason, this person struggles with understanding success. Like when success comes to their door, when they feel that something is going to be successful, whether it's love, whether it's life, whether it's money, whether it's career, it's hard for them to accept that success. They kind of default back to, I don't deserve it, I'm not worthy, you know, why would it come to me? So I feel like this person struggles when it comes to love, in terms of not feeling like they deserve your love or the love of a good person. Okay, so right now I feel like, how do they really feel about you? They are really scared about how much they are falling in love with you, or they have been really scared about the level of attraction, the level of like longing that they feel around you. I feel like this person probably isn't really used to allowing themselves to feel very deeply in a relationship. They might also be somebody who's a little bit avoidant. Okay, I'm getting avoidant energy for it. Doesn't mean that they have to be a total avoidant attachment style, but they might be somebody who keeps the walls up. Okay, like in terms of like wanting to avoid deeper intimacy because it makes them uncomfortable. It makes them feel very vulnerable. It makes them feel very seen or exposed. Okay, and that is why right now there might be a time where there's been some sort of a silence between the two of you. This person might be somebody who also gets emotionally overwhelmed easily, and that's not surprising if this is the upbringing that they're coming from. So they may have a hard time regulating their emotions, you know, especially when emotions get intense between the two of you and they feel intensely attracted to you. This person may need to withdraw, retreat, and try to, you know, recuperate themselves or regulate their emotions. I wouldn't be surprised if this person gets overwhelmed very easily, even if it's love. Okay, even if it's by love, there's still something there that makes them run or panic because there's something in them that's like a knee-jerk response that makes them feel like they are not worthy of this love. They are not worthy of this spark somehow, because something about the spark with you feels special. It feels different than what they're used to. I'm not saying that they haven't been in other relationships. They probably have, but those relationships felt superficial, and that's what made it easier for them. They didn't have to invest in those relationships in the past because this person is at some point very afraid of success. Okay. When success, like I said, when success comes or they feel like they can be successful at something, they second guess themselves. They question that success and they make themselves feel like, oh no, you know, I can't handle this kind of success. Whether it's love, whether it's money, doesn't matter. What else do they really feel about you, group one? We have the Star, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Okay. So it's interesting that we got that Page of Swords here as the central energy, because this to me is also the energy here that we got in this first card. I feel like right now there is some sort of a like communication that's being held back. They want to talk to you. They want to communicate, but there is some sort of a holding back energy right now. There's some sort of a silence or space that needed to happen because, like I said, this person is not comfortable or is not ready to accept that it's possible to fall this deeply in love and to feel safe around that. Okay. They see you very much in this Star's energy. It's almost like this sense of awe. Okay. They are in awe of you. And I feel like this is very similar to this, like we said, when they felt or they could hear those violins of romance, like something is so different about you, group one. This person is in awe of you because I don't think they've ever felt for anybody what they're feeling for you. And it's almost like they feel like they're not in control of that. They're feeling emotions rising up within them that makes them feel out of control. They don't feel that they're in control of these emotions, and it's making them feel very unstable within themselves. So unfortunately, this is not the kind of person who is excited about that feeling of being in love. Because I think, again, with this poverty energy here, this is not somebody who love excites them. This is somebody who love destabilizes them a little bit, you know? Why? Because it requires reciprocity and choice. See? Six of Pentacles, Two of Wands. This person doesn't get excited or has not gotten excited about falling in love with you, not because they don't love you, not because it's not good, but because they know that this kind of love that they're starting to feel requires equal reciprocity, Six of Pentacles, equal give and take, for them to show up and be an equal to you, to give you as much as they're receiving, to not be a taker, right? And Two of Wands, to take actual real action. So are they ready for reciprocity and choice? Like, can they make this choice? Because Two of Wands is about making the choice. Like, yes, I choose to show up. I choose you. I choose this relationship. Six of Pentacles, I choose to show up equally rather than hold back the communication, right? So this person is a slower moving energy, Seven of Pentacles. They need time to plant seeds. They need time to lay a foundation. This is not somebody who is okay with rushing into something. Not that you want to rush into something, but it's going to take them time to open up. It's going to take them time to trust that love could succeed. And it's not about trusting you. It's about trusting themselves, that can they uphold this love? Can they show up for this love? Can they reciprocate equally, but not just today or tomorrow? Can they do it long term? This is what they're thinking. Seven of Pentacles is a long-term energy. So this is what they're grappling with. So if they're silent right now, that's the conflict within themselves that they are trying to come to terms with. Can they show up for you today and tomorrow? Yes. But they don't want to end there, right? They're asking themselves, can I show up, Six of Pentacles, making these choices, taking these actions for forever, for long term, not just today or tomorrow. So they're grappling with that, because I don't think maybe up till now they've been able to be in very long-term relationships. And even if they have been, there's a very good chance that that relationship ended, and so they're feeling even more burned by that possibility. So what action, if any, does this person wish to take towards group one at this time? And what is Spirit's advice and guidance for group one? See, split energy, winter, denial, wow, vibration, yeah, okay. So this person is definitely going through a kind of dark night of the soul. They need to come to terms with what's going on within them, and it has nothing to do with you. They might be coming through right now towards you as a split energy, because they are struggling, okay? They're struggling with their emotions. Like I said, they are not used to this. This poverty is leading them into almost an emotional shutdown. So this about action is really about this immediate future, just these next few days, okay? The energy of this person taking action in the next few days is coming across as more of a split energy, because they feel very frozen right now. Okay, they feel very frozen, unable to process the depth of the emotions that they're going through right now. It's almost like they need a little bit of time to come into the right vibration, right? To come into like, okay, this is expansion. This is the energy of, can I expand into this love, or am I going to collapse myself into nothing? You know, so right now I feel like this love that they have with you, this connection that they have with you, is calling them to expand, to raise their vibration, to expand who they are, their identity. And right now, at least in the next few days, it seems like they're in denial about that. Like, they're trying to repress that because it's so scary to them. Because again, I don't think this person comes from a background where they were incredibly loved or well taken care of, right? So for them, these feelings of love and longing and wanting to commit to you also feels very threatening, because nobody ever committed to them, you know? So they don't feel like they deserve it, And even if they felt like they deserved it, they don't know if they're going to be able to keep it long term. They're afraid of losing this as well. Like the more they invest, the more they give, the more they become frozen, because they're afraid, if I open up my whole heart, what if I lose you? What if you don't like me in like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months? What if you don't like me anymore? So they're grappling with their heavy emotions and their heavy fear, and that's okay. In this immediate future, they need that time to process. They need to come to their own decision. And see, your advice from Spirit is embrace the flow of life. So however this way this is flowing, let it be right now. Give that person that silence and that space to come to terms with themselves and their own emotions about you. Okay? Embrace the flow of life. This is what I have for you. So if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I have created and used in this reading. Twin Flame Oracles, this one right here. Divine Feminine Entrepreneur is the money, business, and career deck. They're available at my website, livetarot.com, as well as Amazon FBA. All of the links are in the box below. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe. Give this video a like. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all on the next one. Chose this image right here, as well as this crystal. And Cancer, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo. Let's see, how do they really feel about you? So we'll start with your oracle, then we'll do your tarot, and then we'll look at what action, if any, do they wish to take towards you in this immediate future. And I always see that as the next few days. And then we will end with Spirit's advice and guidance for you. Forgiveness. Nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. Unexpected income. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Sad embrace. Okay, so there's definitely something that has happened here. There's something that this person feels incredibly sad about. I feel like if there's been a separation or a miscommunication, misunderstanding, discussion, argument, break, or rupture, this person wants forgiveness from you. They feel that they haven't stepped up fully into this connection the way they should have. There's something here where they feel like they let you down. Okay, this person feels that they let you down somehow. And even if they're quiet right now, even if you're quiet right now, they want your forgiveness. Okay, they know that they've done something here. And look at these two figures right here. It's like, to me, there's both of these are like lonely embrace, sad embrace. Right here, it's like they wish they could hold you. They wish they could embrace you. They wish that they could just rest with you. It's interesting how both of these figures also, their eyes are closed. So I feel like that's also part of them feeling like whatever they did to hurt you, they didn't mean to hurt you. They didn't intend to hurt you, but somewhere their eyes were closed to some reality or some truth that they didn't want to see. And that might have led to this rupture or this issue between the two of you. This is very important here. I'm just getting a strong energy that there's something here where maybe you feel that there's something they're not seeing. And maybe that's the problem why there's been some sort of a friction between the two of you. Maybe you pointed out something that this person didn't want to see, something that they want to keep their eyes closed towards. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of it has to do with money, family obligations, and some sort of a hold that other people have on this person, okay? Because of this energy right here, I feel like for some of you, the rupture may be that you feel that this person has either an ex or a family member that has too much influence over their decisions and they don't know how to stand up for themselves. Either the ex calls the shots because they have a child together or children together, right? Because they're still tied to an ex, even though they don't love them or don't want that person. But there's some sort of a power dynamic that you might be seeing where your person tends to please other people first and you don't understand why. And I think this person feels a lot of shame around that, okay? They know that maybe they are being controlled or dominated or influenced by, like I said, an ex or a family member or a parent or even a grown child or any age child. Sometimes, you have those kind of influences where the child who could be of any age doesn't want the parent to move on romantically, right? Because then they feel that they will lose the attention of that parent, right? And it doesn't matter how old the child is. This can happen at any age, right? So I just feel like there's something here that this person is ashamed about. And for some of you, it may even have to do with them financially helping somebody or are being expected to help. And that might be something that makes you uncomfortable as well. You may have found out that there's some sort of financial stuff that's going on where you feel this person is somebody is taking advantage of this person financially. And this person is trying to please that person or please other people by giving money. Okay, money that it makes it feel like they're being taken advantage of, but it comes from guilt. Like I'm getting the energy of guilt money, guilt finances, guilt support. Like they feel so guilty about something that they're doing something that might be financially not good for them. Okay. But this person realizes that you know all of this about them. You've seen through it. Okay. You've seen through their excuses. You know that you see them as a bit weak in the sense that because they please other people, they don't come across as strong. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why this person feels sad and withdrawn right now, okay? They might be in a bit of a hermit mode. They might be keeping to themselves right now. And the reason for that is because there's a shame around the fact that maybe they don't know how to speak up or have not been able to draw healthy boundaries with people around them. And that lack of healthy boundaries has affected your relationship. The two of you have suffered. Your relationship has suffered because this person pleases other people through guilt, through shame, through influence. Okay, so they feel really, really bad about it, and they do want your forgiveness. They absolutely do want your forgiveness, especially if this turned into some sort of a big argument that has led to silence, that has led to some sort of a separation. This person deeply misses you, and they're also aware, again, that they kept their eyes closed to something, like they didn't want to see the truth. And this may have happened because you love them and you wanted them to see the truth, and you may have tried to convince them or showed them that, hey, these people or this person is trying to manipulate you, and this person didn't want to see it because it brought up things that they don't want to admit to about themselves as well as about the other people who are influencing them. Let's see. How do they really feel about you? Five of Swords. There you have it. There's the ego right there. Their ego not wanting to admit that you're right. Three of Wands. Knight of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. The Moon. Yeah. See, this person, they are in denial, okay? There's something big in this person that they are in denial about. And it's unfortunate because it's like they know the truth. They know that you know the truth, but they don't want to admit that it is the truth. Does that make sense? Let me say it again. They know the truth. They know you know the truth, but they don't want to admit that that's the truth, because their pride and ego and identity are locked up in that truth. Five of Swords. They must win. There's something here that they need to win, whether it's the approval of someone else. We're definitely getting a divine masculine and feminine energy here. So it could be the approval of a masculine, it could be the approval of a feminine. When I get this card, I feel like it could be the approval of an ex-wife, a mother, a grandmother, and any kind of divine feminine that had some influence. Or it could be a usually this is not a daughter card, but it is a feminine energy. And sometimes people's daughters are more like the rulers of the household, because the Queen of Pentacles is like the feminine who rules the household. But sometimes when there is an absence of a mother figure or another divine feminine, sometimes the daughter feminine rules the household as the Queen of Pentacles. So you never know. Okay, just take it as it resonates. But there's definitely, and with this Knight of Cups too, there's some sort of slower moving masculine energy that could also be part of what this person is caught up in. Okay, so I feel like this person is struggling. Again, this Moon's energy, as well as, look at this energy, look how similar all these energies are. These three in particular, very similar. See, they have, this has a moon, this has a moon, this has that same melancholy kind of energy to it. This has the same blue, like there's like this melancholy, like, you know, like none of these figures has their eyes open. See, this one, the eyes are closed on the knees. These two, the eyes are closed. This one, even the eyes are closed. So this person doesn't want to see the truth, okay? Or doesn't want to admit that they see the truth. And there's some big truth here that must be dealt with in this, for this connection to work. But the truth, whatever this person doesn't want to admit because of their ego, has to do with them and their life, not with you and your life. So you are on the outside seeing what's going on. You can see so clearly the ways in which this person is compromising themselves, right? The way this person may be letting other people manipulate them. But it's almost like, because you are on the outside, you have to keep your lips sealed. Like you have to keep your mouth shut. But when you did open your mouth, or when you did say something, that might have led to the argument that led to this, some sort of a separation or rupture or silence anyway. So right now, Three of Wands, they're waiting it out. Okay, they're waiting it out. They want to come back in. They want to be with you. But they're waiting to see if you will allow them to stay in this delusion. Okay, because there is a delusion here. Moon's energy, they don't want to open their eyes, at least not for right now. This figure is too powerful. Okay, there's an energy from this figure that's too powerful. Your person wants to move towards you, central energy, but very slowly. Again, slowly waiting it out. Yes, they want forgiveness, but their movement towards you is slow. I think they're waiting it out to see if you would accept whatever the situation is. You would miss them enough to accept them in a way that they don't have to change the situation. Okay? They want you, they miss you, they absolutely want to be with you, but they want you to accept this situation, whatever this is. So, in these next few days, is there any action this person wishes to take? And what is Spirit's final guidance and advice for group 2? Hidden path. Crossroads. Yeah, see, these are all pathways, choices that need to be made on a path. Fear. See? Interesting. Compromise. Wow, look at this. So this person is really grappling. I mean, they are really struggling with it right now, okay? They want both, okay? They want you, but they also want to keep whatever this is, okay? Interesting, very interesting. You know, for some of you, This energy, these energies could also be third party situations, but it doesn't have to be. Take it as it resonates, okay? Because like I said, for some of you, this is an ex who has some influence, but for some of you, this is somebody who's currently still there, and that's the block. And this person is not finding a pathway forward. They keep stalling, Three of Wands. They keep waiting because their ego, their identity is caught up in this situation, whatever this situation is. And so in terms of moving forward, they're struggling finding the pathway. Why? Because they don't want to change or shift where they're at. Whatever they're doing that you don't like right now in this immediate, like next few days, they're not ready to change that. They're not ready to find the path towards you without the change, they're not ready to find the path towards you if they have to change. So right now the path feels hidden because they don't want to change this dynamic, or they don't want to change this situation. There's too much fear around it. They're afraid of losing something from this other situation. As in, they're afraid of losing approval. They're afraid of losing their child's love. They're afraid of circumstances, like consequences. There's something that is keeping them stuck in people pleasing somebody around them. And even though it is toxic, even though it might be draining their money, their time, their energy, something in them is too afraid to take a stand. And that's why they're standing at a crossroads, knowing that a decision has to be made, okay? They know that this is big, otherwise they're going to lose you forever. But they may be coming towards you with a compromise. That might be either they don't want to change at all, or they might try to come towards you with some sort of a compromise, and then you'll have to listen to what that is exactly. And here's your advice from Spirit. Focus on the positive. Focus on the positive. Wow, that was a powerful reading. So if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I have created and used in this reading. Twin Flame Oracles, this one right here. Divine Feminine Entrepreneur is the business, money, and career deck. They are available with free shipping at my website, as well as Amazon FBA. All of the links are in the box below. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you so much for being here and for your support, and I'll see you all on the next one. Group 3 that chose this image, as well as this crystal right here, and Libra, Aquarius, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. Let's see, how do they really feel about you? We'll start here with your oracle, and then we will do your tarot, and then we will see in this immediate future of the next few days, do they wish to take any action towards you? And at the end, we'll be getting Spirit's advice and guidance for you. How do they really feel about you? Do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. Message. Surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Follow the leader. Interesting. Okay. So I feel like this person, they love you very deeply. They struggle with taking action around it because they literally struggle with receiving love. I feel like this person comes across as somebody who's not emotionally generous. And what I mean about that is that they're very emotionally contained. See, this do something for someone else is all about wanting to give to you, wanting to be generous emotionally, like open themselves up, be vulnerable, share more about themselves. I feel like this person really loves you, but they feel afraid to open up that way to you or to anyone. They struggle with that opening up process. And so what happens is that it makes them come across as not generous, right? It makes them come across as greedy in the sense that they want to keep everything to themselves. I also feel that this person feels like you won't like these parts of them, because this is not someone who is used to opening up to joy. And I know that sounds strange, but there are plenty of people in this world who struggle to receive happiness. And it has to do with, obviously, you know, their childhood. It usually is tied to some sort of childhood trauma, or just some sort of childhood where they had to constantly prove themselves in order to get love. Sometimes it's not even that they were abandoned or traumatized. It's just that the people who raised them or the family that they grew up in had almost like a silent energy around love is earned. It's not freely given. Okay? That's the energy I get from this person. And they feel like maybe you came from more of a loving family than they did. Maybe in your family, you did receive love and support. So you can't quite understand what it's like when somebody doesn't want to receive love and support. Like, I feel like for many of you, you might see that in this person, that they really struggle to receive love from you and from anybody else. Like, when they get close to you and they start to like understand like how good it feels to receive love from you, they run away. And then they come back and receive a little, like, so they can only take it in doses. They come back, they get a little dose from you, then they run away again. Then they come back and get another dose from you, feel good, and then run away again. Because this person doesn't have the bandwidth to fully receive all of that love in its generosity. So you may be very generous in your love. You want to give this person love and support. You have compassion for them. You probably know what struggles they've gone through. Maybe they've told you about those struggles, but they feel that they struggle to receive that support and love from you. Like, they don't want to talk about it, you know, like they don't want to fully receive it in all its glory, right? They need to retreat from it. So it's like they love you, but they feel inadequate because they know that they haven't been generous enough towards you. They know that they haven't given to you the way you have given to them. And so they're carrying shame around that. They feel bad about it. They feel that you deserve more, but they haven't been able to take leadership. This person feels like they are not able to take leadership in this relationship. They feel shame around the fact that they feel that maybe you have taken more leadership because you are more open than they are. And they feel like they come across as like a closed circuit or a closed system. And I feel like that's because they're very self-contained. They try to act like they don't need a lot of love, support, or attention. Like they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about things, especially when it comes to their own pain or their own sense of inadequacy. You know, it's sad because I'm getting the energy that this person feels very defeated. They know that they don't give you what you deserve. They struggle to give you that. They want to tell you. If they've been quiet for a while, they want to send you a message. They want to tell you that they struggle with giving back to you reciprocally what they get from you. So it's almost like because they feel like they haven't given back, they almost don't want to receive. Like they stopped receiving from you because they couldn't give back to you. So this person right now may be struggling to show up in person to tell you these things, so they might actually write it in a text. You know, like it's easier for them to communicate that way because emotionally they have a hard time sitting in front of you, looking you in the eyes and telling you that they are inadequate, right? They don't want to admit that. They don't want to admit that, hey, I don't know how to do this the way you do. You know, they don't value joy and love and support as much as you do. And you probably can't understand why. But this is the way this person is wired. Like I said, they seem to be a closed off system. So it's very hard for them to take the lead. And it's very hard for them to give generously. Because nothing was ever given to them generously in their life. They've always had to scramble and scratch and earn it. What else do they really feel about you? What else? How do they really feel about group 3? Judgment. Ace of Cups. Wow, King of Cups. See, I told you they really love you. Wow, look at all these beautiful energies of what they want with you. Eight of Pentacles. Wow, Ace of Pentacles. Amazing. Amazing. Wow. Aw, see? So I feel like I said before, they really love you, but there's a lot of shame around their inability to give you what you deserve. Because look, King of Cups, the energy of love is there. It's absolutely there. Their heart is completely taken with you. They love you deeply. I knew this even when we just had the oracle cards out. They see you as the opportunity for a whole new beginning in their life. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. They see you as the opportunity for new and beautiful beginnings in their life. But this also comes with a lot of responsibility, right? It also comes with a lot of pressure to show up and to be that person who can be there for you that way. And to me, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles is also about generosity. I almost feel like generosity is the theme of this reading. And what I mean by that is emotionally. How much can this person give? Because they struggle to give because they've never really received themselves. So they tend to be focused on their own comfort first because they've never received much comfort from others in their life. They're more focused on what makes them comfortable than what they can give. But because they see you as the opportunity for real love and a new real beginning, they know that in order to step into Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles energy, you have to give. This is not a taking energy. This is a new beginning where you have to show up and give something. So they are afraid of the work that entails. Because in order to truly have this beautiful combination of Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, which is a new emotional beginning, as well as a new beginning to life, both. So this is like your material world, external world. This is your internal world. That's the combination. That's the whole, the whole world in itself together. In order to have those beginnings, in order to build something new, you got to work at it. To build a beautiful relationship, you have to commit. You have to work on it together. And that's what scares this person, even though they absolutely want this new beginning. Again, judgment. This person sees you as a whole new reset in their life. Like if they could just be with you, accept this love, surrender to receiving support and love, and give in return, they could have a brand new life. They could reinvent themselves. So it feels really big. It feels like a huge opportunity, but it also feels like a huge amount of risk and work in order to claim something at this level. Because what you represent to them is something very big, okay? You are not casual. You are not small. You are not easy in that way. You are significant. You are a fork in the road. You are the catalyst to a brand new life, not just someone they want to date for a little while. Okay, so that's why it's a very big deal to this person. They take you and their love for you very, very seriously. And that's why it requires major action and major decisions, right? So what actions do they wish to take in these next few days towards you, group 3? And what is Spirit's advice and guidance for you? That's the Sun's energy. Separation. Fall. Wow, we have summer and fall. That's interesting. Memories. This is very Six of Cups energy. Okay, so I feel like right now this person and you might be on a bit of a break or a silence, but it's not gonna last. I feel like this is something that needed to happen for this person to deal with the magnitude, to deal with these huge feelings, these huge possibilities, and to decide what they really want to do. Like, are they willing to step up and give? I feel like that's the basic question here. Are they willing to step up and give? Because they love your light. Okay? This is like the energy of the sun. They thrive on being around your light, but they know that they can't just take that light from you. They have to give light in return. And they understand that that is going to require transformation. Okay? If you live in the Western Hemisphere, you can also see these as time markers. So between summer and fall, this person is going to come to a decision of, are they capable of giving? Are they capable of that generosity? Do they want to give? Does this love, which they feel so strongly for you, motivate them enough, inspire them enough to finally step forward and give something of themselves? Because again, like I said, this person struggles to give at the level that you would deserve. And they know that. They know that. And this right here is how much they think of you. Okay? You haunt their memories, you haunt their thoughts, you haunt their heart. You are there, you are right there, even if right now there's silence. Okay, so yeah, this person, they want this. Okay, they want this. They are working on the transformation that needs to happen for them to step up and give, fully give to this connection. Not just halfway, which is what they may have been doing so far. And your advice from Spirit, trust the universe. So that to me means let this person, give them whatever space-time they need to deal with all these huge energies that are shifting within them. These are huge things, emotionally very big. And then you will get some sort of a reconciliation message from this person, wanting to talk to you, wanting to show up, wanting to tell you what's in their heart and what conclusions they've come to on their own about what they want from this connection. So while this person is working on that, you lay back, work on yourself, on your own happiness, and trust the universe. It's going to work itself out. Okay? So if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I've created. Twin Flame Oracles, this one right here. Divine Feminine Entrepreneur is the money, business, and career oracle. They're available with free shipping both at my website as well as Amazon FBA. All of the links are in the box below. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you so much for being here and for your support, and I'll see you all on the next one.